A lot of people have said that jazz is freedom. Other people say it's the sound of the black community. To me, it's the ultimate example of our potential as human beings. That's what jazz is to me.
In its purest form, it's a way to bring people together to communicate how they're feeling. And that's really the beauty in it. That's why I love it.
I'm just really looking forward to being able to be a part of his band, and say that I've played with Wynton Marsalis. He can do anything on the horn, really. Besides being able to play at blazing tempos, besides his perfect tone, perfect technique, the biggest thing when I hear Wynton is just absolute raw emotion.
His sound, unmatched. His ability to articulate the things he's playing, his fluidity, it's unique. To me, that's how you know he's a master, because no one can really replicate the things that he's doing.
Son? Son? Good to see you. Good to see y'all. Okay? How y'all doing today? Now, I say this all the time. When I tell y'all something, it's always with love. Okay, maybe I crack a joke, I make fun of you or something. It's always with the maximum possible amount of love and feeling. Because what y'all are doing is very important for the music and for it to continue. What I want to do to start off is I just want y'all to play something for me. We're going to just play blues. That way it simplifies what we're doing. And we're going to talk about different things in the context of the blues. The most important thing is for me to be able to just use whatever I know to help you get deeper into your musicianship and strengthen your belief and just give you a feeling and make you understand how we're all a part of one thing. Okay, jazz is the only music in the world where four people sit up on a bandstand and they have to give shape and logic and form to some music as they're making it up. Rhythm section has the most difficult job because you're providing an accompaniment for something you don't know what's going to happen. Okay? You pick, Patrick. You play what you want.
1, 2, 1,
All three of them can play, and all three of them have a great attitude. All three are very intelligent. It's unusual to see three kids play on that level at that age.
Excited to hear what he has to say. To be able to have this kind of an opportunity, just stacking up one to another, this is the pinnacle point.
When improvising collectively, not only are you feeling everything that you're feeling, but you're feeling what everyone else is feeling. And if I can't tell someone how I'm feeling, or I can't tell myself how I'm feeling, you sit at the piano and you're able to communicate that way. You can't lie, when you sit at the piano.
If he says, "Oh, Russell, you sound like crap," or something, or he says, "Oh, you need to work on this," or I'll just take it all in.
I'm going to submit certain things to you. You got so much energy, you can't wait to. It's like it's bursting out of you, right? You're like, man, let's go. When you set up the way you set up, wait. You had a great setup. Playing one note, you come in, 2 choruses, you played that, he was down low, then you said, then you were up in there. Okay, you start firing off. The rhythm section was still kind of, okay, what should we do? Should I play with a lot of fire and get up underneath him? Tony was trying to, okay, they decided on, okay, we're just going to play time and let him do his thing. Okay, the dialogue you started with them, the challenge as you solo, for soloists, the challenge is you start with ideas and you also have the melody of the song you're playing. You have to develop your thematic material and give them something to play with you and hold yourself back and play with your emotions. So you have some opposites you're dealing with.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
Improvisation teaches all of us that it's okay to be yourself and you have a creativity. Something every human being needs to know. We are free to improvise and invent the world of our choosing. The theme is the beginning of the song, and the decisions that we make in the improvisation are what the song is about. Okay? Now, I'm going to talk about something about in this call and response. Okay? Tony, I just want to show you several things. Now, excuse my piano playing. These are the options you have. Okay? I'm just going to play 4 or 5 comp options. Think about the endless possibilities of a rhythm section. It's endless. And think about how little we do with that form. Think about the endless possibilities of conversation. Okay, one we can just comp inside the rhythm section like a guitar would do. 1, 2, 3, What you hear less seldom than that, okay? This is like a kind of high riff. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Now here's a single line riff in octaves. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. Big full chords down at the bottom, like a big band sound. 2, 3. And so forth. Okay, you see that response that made them have? It's like someone actually listening to you in a conversation. It takes a lot of concentration and desire. When I started to play those rhythms, they fired a rhythm section up, boy, they started to get happy. Okay, why? I'm trying to swing with them. And I'm also being a rhythmic force. Now, you played a break. It was a big break. And you played something at the end of the break. You remember what you played? You didn't like what you played. What you think is what comes through in your playing. Okay, so the one thing you have to always have when you're playing is hope. When you lose hope and you think to yourself, man, what am I going to do with this? You're not going to do anything with it because you already have projected that. I'm just listening to you, and I could tell that you were not committed to the rhythm. It seemed like a good idea, but when you struck it, you thought, because you messed up the feeling of the break. And you thought to yourself, I should have just left the space. Is that true? Yeah. I felt you think that. I actually felt you say to yourself, I should have just left the space, but it's too late. Now you're in the space. The beauty of jazz is that we're in that moment. And what happens in that moment, it is a moment of absolute clarity. You know why? Because you're there now. We jump off a building, we can't jump back up. Now we got to figure either we're going to fly or grab something. Okay, grab something or fly. Another thing I want you to notice is after an event, wait. After an event, wait. Why do you wait? Because the emotion is in the silence. Okay, I come over to you and I talk to you and I want to tell you something. I put my hand on you. I say, man, boy, that was a beautiful phrase you played. When I stop talking to you, then you feel the emotion of it. And that's when you assess how you're going to accept what I tell you. Or even if I tell you something negative, man, you need to work on your sound, man. Now, in that moment, you feel something. If I go past that moment, if I say, man, I love the way you played, you ought to think about your read. I lost that moment.